Shitty video games, we love them, don't we, folks? I had a bit of a nostalgia blast recently, so I went after a bunch of shitty Windows games from the late 90s to the early 2000s that my family had on our Windows ME machine. Remember Windows ME? No? That's fine, no one else does. So I downloaded files off the internet and ran them, and I played each game for like 20 minutes because, well, spoilers, they mostly aren't very good. First up, BattlePets. BattlePets is actually kind of infamous, so there's a chance you've heard of it or seen it before. See this guy? This is Mookie. Mookie's gonna beat the shit out of you. So you click around this world map, you can get hints in the Temple of Knowledge, rest at home, give away your BattlePets at the marketplace. Yeah, not even sell them, there's no money in the mystical island of Enchantia, apparently. You can go to Ginwood Forest, which is less forest and more hedge maze, or you can go to the Earth Wizard. I think it's best to start in Ginwood Forest. This beautiful fella is you. The game is isometric. Wow. Really impressive. As you wander around this horrible place, you'll get into random encounters with such incredible creatures as Luleni, Sunny, Cumulo, Fleenu. Wait, Fleenu? I thought it was called Mookie. Oh, I see. Mine is named Mookie. I guess that's a bit of characterization. It shows that our main character is really bad at naming his pets. You'll notice these floating question marks. What are these? They're treasure chests or something. Oh sweet, a red key. I bet that gets me a cool item. Oh, the red key opens a chest that has a blue key? Okay, I guess that's fine. The blue key gets me the green key. Fuck you. Oh shit, I leveled up. That's a nifty jingle. Too bad the only other time there's music is on the world map and in the main menu. You can click the skip animations, I found out. So you'd better bet that I'm just gonna mash the rest of the game. You use the green key to open this doorway to a nest of special monsters. Alright, this game rocks. It has secrets and everything. Oh. It's just monsters that are level 3 instead of 1. I guess that's fine. Okay, I've got my party. Time to go fight the wizard. I am the Wizard of Earth. You have come to challenge me, for I know much about the land of Enchantia. Very well, let's begin. Yeah, I just mash zap and win. You have defeated my BattlePets. Know now that more powerful BattlePets can be found in the beach caves on the western shores. To know more, you'll have to defeat the Storm Wizard. Alright, better go to the western shores. But first I'm gonna sell Cumulo and Rainier. Fuck you, Cumulo. This next maze isn't very impressive either. I'm getting the feeling that this game may not actually be good, guys. Then I lose a couple of times because I'm underleveled. You know what? Fuck this game. Fuck these BattlePets. I'm giving you all away. Except you, Mookie. I love you, Mookie. Just kidding. The game won't let you sell your last BattlePet, so I'm forced to keep it. By the way, this is what the female character looks like. Did you know this game was released before Pokemon Crystal? Who made this game? Thom Robertson? Fuck you, Thom. When I Google Marion Robertson, this is who shows up. Marion is a man's name? Is this the guy who drew the BattlePets? This game plays like a child described Pokemon to a guy who knows how to program. Which most likely, that is what it is. Thom, I'm never going to play any other game you've worked on. What else have you worked on? The Sims? Trash. Never playing this shit again. Alright, next game. Fracas by GeckoSoft. What, you've never heard of GeckoSoft? Creators of hit games such as Enigma and Fracas, and, well, those are the only 2 games. And I've never even heard of Enigma. I'm going to pick the purple character because arrow keys plus bracket and enter feels a lot more natural than Red's R, D, F, G plus tab and Q. Okay, this is just a Bomberman clone, but these graphics aren't half bad. They're simple, but they're not MS Paint monstrosities, and whoever made them clearly had some skill and knowledge with game art. There's no music, which is too bad, but basic Bomberman gameplay, that's not bad. It's not too exciting, though, and you do have the pleasant sounds of the monsters grunting. As a kid, I thought it was the wizard grunting, but I'm pretty sure it's the monsters. You kill all the monsters, go to the next stage, rinse and repeat. I could see someone wasting a good amount of time on this, and I did, even, as a kid, although we only had the demo, so there was a limited number of levels. But I'm not going to do it today, though, and honestly probably never again, because it really doesn't grab me that hard. This game was pretty nice. I feel kind of bad including this next to BattlePets, but on the other hand, it makes this look that much better. Okay, this next one's a doozy. But not because it's particularly special, but because of what I did to play it. BattlePets ran on my Windows 11 machine. Fracas was hosted on some website and a browser version of DOSBox. But RuneSword didn't work on my computer, didn't seem to have any sort of web-hosted emulation. So, I installed VirtualBox and put a copy of Windows ME on it. I've never used a virtual machine, but this went fine. I tried Windows 95 first, but either the ISO I chose didn't work, or Windows 95 itself is annoying with virtual machines or something. But Windows ME went fine. I then had to figure out how to put an exe file onto an ISO. That wasn't hard, other than needing to download software to do it. So I mount the ISO onto my virtual machine, and RuneSword installs just fine. But the colors are all wrong, and there's no sound. Colors no sweat. I had to change the colors back in the day all the time to play putt-putt. Just right-click, properties, settings, slap that baby from 16 colors to 256. Except I can't do that. 16 is the only option. So some light Googling leads me to discover that I need some display drivers. I find an ISO that I think should do it, but I have no idea how to actually apply it, and digging through forums is a drag. Luckily, ChatGPT to the rescue, it tells me what to do. I don't use ChatGPT very often, but I find it useful for very specific tasks like this. It can sort through those forums and stuff for me. And it works! True color mode, and I can even increase the resolution from 640 by 480 up to 1600 by 1200. Next up is sound. This one's easy. I just have to change a couple of settings in VirtualBox and in Windows ME drivers. Although I think I didn't even have to mess with the drivers if I had picked a different setting. After all that, finally, RuneSword. RuneSword is a role-playing game system. It includes one large adventure and the RuneSword RPG construction set. We're always happy to get valuable feedback from some hardcore role players, which, incidentally, is our target audience. If you'd like to contact us for more information or just to chat, point your browser to http://www.runesword.com. Okay, if you understood all that, yeah, this is basically a D&D or computer RPG dev software thing, but it comes with a pre-made tome, basically a scenario. So you get into the game and you start the scenario and you get this nice little introduction narrated by one of the pre-made characters, and you bring in 3 of your own characters, and you have a little D&D world to explore. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I suspect it is kind of deep in terms of mechanics, and there are a lot of skills and things to pick for your characters. I definitely put some time into this as a kid, but things are too clunky for my current standards. It's interesting because it's definitely trying to be a tabletop RPG experience on the computer. Like, even the system messages are labeled as being from the Dungeon Master. This game has some charm, but it is a little rough around the edges. The official website and the README gives some indication that it had a nice little community around it back in the day, but I really don't feel like digging to find out about it. The official forum link seems like it no longer works. There is a RuneSword 2 apparently, which was released a little over a year later, on September 4th, 2001. That's probably better if you're looking at this and thinking it's cool, and considering it's just as much a game-making software as it is a game, it's probably more worth it to get that instead of this. I don't want to judge the music too much, because that could easily be my virtual machine's issues, and they admit themselves in the README that they aren't trying too hard on sound and graphics. But I'm not a fan of most of the tracks. I am trying to figure out if this opening track is riffing on something else, or if it's original to this. If it actually is from this song has been stuck in my head for decades because of this game. Honestly, at this point, I'm beginning to think nostalgia was a mistake. Next up,
Sato Games presents
Troy 2000. Oh my. This is like a real game. Apparently it's a sequel to a DOS game called Troy, which looks more or less like it has the same gameplay. You play this dinosaur guy. I don't know if he has a name. I always thought his name was Troy, or Troy 2000. But my light reading on this game indicates that the game is about climbing the Tower of Troy. Whatever that is, because I don't think Troy is famous for towers. He can jump, and he can spit. Your goal is to gather all the gold in the level, and get to the ladder to climb to the next level. Honestly, I get Mega Man vibes from this. Your moveset is very similar to Mega Man's. Each level kind of feels like a single screen of a Mega Man game. Even the Get Ready voiceover is straight out of Mega Man.
Ready. Get ready.
But the game structure is different enough to not feel like a knockoff or clone. It's very arcadey, which is fun. Dying lets you continue from any level you've reached, the levels are short, and there's no live system or anything. And it does save your progress, so you're not forced to complete it all in one go. The game has music. It has good sprites. It has audio design. It has level design. Apparently it even has bosses, although I haven't gotten that far yet. Saito Games, you rock. Who are these people, Saito Games? Well, apparently they were called JJ Games until 2009. Founded in Australia by James Saito, who later worked on Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? Holy shit, this guy's incredible. I mean, Ty is by no means perfect, but it's another game from my childhood. And actually, some of these other Saito games look pretty good. Well, there's only one game left on my list. So far, we've mostly gone upwards, but I have a feeling that can't last forever. Ah yes, Dragon Warrior, the English name for the original release of Dragon Quest. But wait, you say, that's not a Windows game, and it's well known. Why is it in this video? Well, look again, Sporto, it's not Dragon Warrior, it's Warrior Dragon, and it has nothing to do with Dragon Warrior. For one, you're a dragon. For two, you never see enemies like this in Dragon Quest. And for three, it really sucks. Yeah, nostalgia was a mistake.